walrus saved your life? Why are you doing this?
Are you really mourning your humanity? I don't understand. Who in the hell would want to be human?
From writer, director, and podcaster Kevin Smith.
I'm so scared. This guy wants to turn me into an animal or something.
This autumn.
I don't want to die in Canada.
Tusk.
Did you go out in blackface again?
I still think that it's a valid form of entertainment.
As I'm arguing it with my yellow fingernails. Are you a glass man, Obama?
What's your position on glass?
I say you either got to pull out completely. You don't have to worry about getting him at all. Because he is the human equivalent of a cockroach.
An 80 Samantha Fox, I don't give a damn. I would use her as a life raft. You don't really hear much about, like, radical, say, Methodists.
Tell him, Steve Dave.
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Tell 'em Steve Dave. And let me tell you, Q.
Yes.
An 80 Samantha Fox, I don't give a damn. I would use her as a life raft. If it was a women and children first type scenario where a boat was sinking.
That's it, huh?
While that may sound out of context. Subject matter for last episode's What Say You?
Right. It's hard to listen, right? Not chime in?
Oh, I listen to it in the car and I want to just, you start to, they're such fun conversations.
Yeah, Sal's taken to podcasting for a guy who had no clue who or what it is.
Would months and months and months after we had started Tell 'em Steve Dave still say,
yeah.
Wait, what? So what? People just sit there and listen to you talk?
Yeah, like what are you talking about? I don't understand. Why? Why would they listen? And they download this? So it's he still doesn't quite get it, but he is good at it, so it's fine.
Yeah, I was listening to that, and then this morning I was watching an episode of Game of Thrones.
What are you up to?
And the Red Wedding just happened.
Yeah.
I knew something, obviously.
Sure.
Big was coming, but I didn't know what.
That's pretty brutal.
Yeah, it's those poor girls. Those poor daughters just standing there all downcast and like, yeah, I'm too ugly to be a queen.
Yeah.
But during, like when you stop it, they always have the Comcast like commercials of what's coming up, and recently they've been doing this like I guess you can see it before it hits theaters or whatever. Mom's Day Out, or Mom's Night Out. Mom's Night Out.
I've seen the trailer for it,
and I'm wondering what would happen if all white guys decided that no longer will we stand for the cliches and stereotypes that have been attributed to us.
Yeah.
We no longer have a sense of humor about it, and it's not to be mocked.
I mean, they'd have the right to, but what's left at that point, I guess?
What's left to laugh about, right?
Right.
If you can't laugh at white guys being irresponsible parents, idiots, can't dance.
Yeah, but like, what's wrong with that? Why can't you make fun of white people?
Oh, I think you should be able
Yeah,
to.
so-
Oh, absolutely. I'm just saying that with all these special interest groups, like, that, oh, well, no. I had a little incident this week, I'll tell you off.
Did you go out in blackface again?
I still think that it's a valid form of entertainment. And
There's a tasteful way to do blackface.
I'm tired of waking up in the hospital. I don't think it's right.
You see Snoop Dogg walking around in whiteface?
No, was he?
Oh, that's his thing now.
Oh, I'm offended. Hold on. Let me look it up.
he's doing like, look up Snoop Lion, Snoop Dogg, or whatever it is.
Snoop Lion.
He's doing like weird like Instagram videos or something in whiteface.
Okay.
So,
Well, I'm mad. Let me just...
yeah. I mean, you should be all fired up.
Yeah. Here you go. Oh, he looks weird.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go, Walt. Now, your daughters who was saying calling your puppy Snoop Dogg is racist, will you show them this and ask them, is this racist? Can Snoop Dogg do this?
He doesn't look white, though.
He does. I mean, no, he looks like a black guy that's like overly powdered.
It's like he's got negroid features.
He's got a broad nose.
I don't see how anybody could be fooled by that.
No, he looks weird, like powdery.
Yeah.
And like,
Well, if you walked into the store, you would know that was Snoop.
Yeah,
Oh, really? Yeah. Okay.
I think so.
do you care that Snoop's running around in whiteface?
I don't care, but I know that if another celebrity were to be running around, let's say not in such whiteface,
Right.
they wouldn't get the same yucks and the same like, oh, what a card.
Well, I mean, what's his name?
So
Tropic Thunder. He got away with that a few years back. He didn't really get in hot water for that.
well, yeah, but I mean,
They called it out in the movie the entire time. but
Well, they address it in the movie, but I do think that there is something to be said, though, that like if we are going to go try for some sort of utopian society, which is what I think the way it's moving towards, which is a good thing.
Sure.
That what's off limits for some should be off limits for all.
Okay,
Right.
so Walt, this is from Flava360.com. LOL. In a series. That's how the article starts.
Starting out with a strong argument.
In a series of Instagram pics and videos, Snoop is transformed into a white guy named Todd. Didn't see that coming. Complete with white face and a blonde wig, Todd is, according to Snoop, a single white man on the hunt for some fly single females. And is he stealing our Dollar Shave idea? And in his spare time, he enjoys going paintballing, crocheting, and a little spoken word. Snoop has been advertising for a site called White Guys Connect. To me, he doesn't
is
look
that?
like Todd. He looks like a fine woman. What's that?
White Guy Connect?
Yeah,
It's a dating site for white
I
people?
don't know if it's real or not. I mean, I don't know if it's just like a character he's doing.
Oh, I see.
I only heard about it 3 minutes
You
ago
guys-
when you told me.
I saw a
But I'm
commercial for
angry.
a TV show called Utopia. It's some sort of reality show where people try. I don't know what the premise is. I just saw a promo during the NFL.
Yeah.
And it's, I guess people have a chance to develop a society, utopian society. If you were on that show, Q, what would be your one big grand idea to make a utopian society?
And
would
you
it
can't
involve-
say everyone in whiteface.
Would it involve race?
No, not at all.
Because I saw one of the promos, there was a girl going like, multiple partners? Hell yes, in my utopian society. Would that be on the...
I was going to say 3-day work week.
Yeah, but then you're maybe like a third world country in your society, though. You know,
Well, we're saying utopian. I'm just going for like magical dream world. Like if you could find
I mean,
a way.
let's try a real, not a magical dream world, but a real utopian society.
I mean,
What would be the
4-day
one?
work week? We need at least 3 days off, I think, a week.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think that's a good valid point. I think that
You know, it'd be
as
good.
a whole, we spend too much time at work than at home.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. How about this? Let me propose this in utopian society.
That gets my hair up more than Snoop Dogg.
More than
Yeah.
Snoop.
I think we should have Wednesdays off.
What, hump day?
Yeah, like Monday, Tuesday you work, then you have a day off, then you work Thursday, Friday, then you have 2 days off. I mean, that seems like a
the
nice
4-day weekend. Though,
What would that
eternal
mean,
4-day
though,
weekend.
to the machine that is America, though, to have that day off forever, to be shut down like that?
Well, I don't know. Maybe. I think it could be done though.
I think a lot of people, a lot of longtime listeners,
White Guys Connect is not real.
would have to are not shocked that Tell 'em Steve Dave wants less work in their utopian society.
Right.
I'm not.
Yeah, because you could get that woman who said she wants 2 partners. Like you can get that.
Multiple. She didn't say 2.
Yeah, but you could get that anyway.
Well, not. I mean,
Without being judged, maybe.
yeah,
That's what she means.
you're going to get judged.
Yeah, because Q would be one of the partners, and the next morning over breakfast, he'd be like, "Oh, you should have seen this fucking slut I banged. There she is now."
I'm talking to the other guy. Yeah. No, I don't care. I don't. It's the work week. Why? What are you thinking?
My utopian suggestion was just my big at the top of the list. No cigarettes. No cigarettes right off the bat.
Okay.
Like CVS, I was very impressed with CVS. They're running a whole bunch of commercials now.
I heard you were in one of those commercials.
What?
I read on Twitter that somebody said that whatever their local affiliate was, I can't believe I didn't tell you this. It was like a local affiliate was doing a news clip about CVS not selling cigarettes anymore, and there was a super fast clip of you in Clerks throwing the cigarettes, and they're not saying like
CVS took that in footage.
the news did. I guess.
Oh, okay. Like, all right.
Mm-hmm.
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, I don't think you're CVS spokesman yet.
I think that cigarettes and coffee and just get rid of all that.
Wow.
Well,
Why
cigarettes and
coffee?
coffee and all that. So other stuff, or like usually you're a teetotaler, like you're an abel.
Yeah. I'm saying we got to get rid of all of it. Q.
Why?
Starting with cigarettes.
Why do we have to do that? But that's not my utopia.
I'm okay with it. Sure it is. You don't care about cigarettes or coffee.
I
do
don't
you?
care, but I mean, if you go after coffee, you gotta go after fucking like tea next because it's caffeine and all that
Oh,
shit.
my afternoon tea
I don't know. I have iced tea in my hand right now. I don't want to give that up.
or a soda. Well, caffeine
Well,
in it.
yeah,
Soda
and we're going towards the hard stuff too.
You don't really drink that much
I don't drink
anymore,
a
do you?
lot anymore. It's been an uptick in the past week and a half. I've been drinking a lot, but I don't really drink much anymore. And
I mean,
I don't recover. The next day is a waste now, so I can't.
I would make it so you had to jump through hoops to get medication too.
I wouldn't. I mean, you already have to.
Oh, come on, man. People get prescribed like it's Tic Tacs and shit.
Well, what are you talking about? Like anything? So heart pressure. Heart pressure
Well, I'm talking,
medication.
you got to make sure you've got. I mean, you got to get it documented. I mean, maybe there's just one doctor for everybody.
Oh, yeah.
How hard it would be to get an appointment?
I want one doctor in charge of everything, so that like he knows what's going on.
I just waited for my doctor for a fucking hour and a half. Like literally sat in the waiting room for an hour and a half, like just steaming
An
the
hour and
entire
a half.
time.
Is that really that long?
Oh yeah,
that's
Come
long.
on.
Are you fucking crazy? That's really long.
But an
So
hour and a half, though. I mean, let's say we only have one doctor. That's really not that long, though.
Oh no, if we only have
Why
one
would we
doctor,
only
but
have
that's
one
not the case.
doctor? It makes no sense.
I know.
Someone's gonna die.
It's like yeah. If he like crashes on his way to work one day,
I mean, good medical care you would think would be in that utopia.
and you know that the whole prohibition thing doesn't work. So then what are you going to do? Well, we also have one cop who takes care of the bad
I
guys.
just feel that it would be a much more. Like I know we talked about this in the past, but I think we can go back to I think I can always go back to these little isolated villages
Yeah,
where there's no drugs and alcohol.
but I don't think they exist. These villages.
Yes, they do, where they haven't been touched by the outside world.
But they're chewing on roots, or even
Yeah.
even the Native Americans were smoking peyote or doing whatever you do with peyote.
What is peyote?
I don't know. Look it up.
It's dung.
It is, right?
Yeah.
It's
Peyote is dung?
Yeah, it's some sort of like excrement.
you can make it into
It's jenkum.
something.
It's red jenkum.
I don't know if it's straight up turd.
That's American Indian jenkum.
It has nothing to do with feces at all. It's a small spineless cactus with psychoactive alkaloids.
But what was I
How
going
can
to
we
say?
be so
too?
ignorant at this
I
age?
just like the way it's presented too, like fact. There's not even like I don't know. It's just like it's shit.
Yeah,
So wait, you could just go in the desert and get peyote?
I guess so. Or
Why am I saying it like peyote? I don't know what's
Or
going on.
maybe you could grow it.
Come on.
We need
Q.
somebody who isn't a peyote expert.
What happens when you take peyote? Because in Young Guns, they start seeing shit.
Right.
Is that what happens?
I think so.
Oh, yeah.
I've been
I'm
reading.
not, I know. I'm like back to my thing. I'm not like Tom Cruise, where I don't think people should be given the stuff they need.
Right.
But let's make sure that like there's a big time screening process. That one doctor's going to be busy, but I'm not going to sit here and say he won't be taxed beyond belief.
It's not a 4-day work week.
I was going to say, if your 4-day work week, you're going to be waiting a hell of a lot longer for him.
Like, I wish I could go back to work. I've been sitting in this fucking office for 3 days now.
What about you, Brian? What would you bring to your utopian society?
Oh boy. I mean, here's the thing. So everything that you guys have said, like, works. Like, each individual
The 4-day
thing,
work week?
the 4-day work week, it works. The no liquor, it works.
It does work.
Heavier screening, it works. But in conjunction, everything together would never work, because people would have too much time on their hands. And what do people do when they have too much time on their hands? They get bored. They want to numb themselves.
Right.
Suddenly they're making, they're out in the desert looking for peyote and shit.
Peyote?
Looking for it to drop out of some rabbit's ass and not having no idea it's really a cactus. But if I had to see one thing go, something that I know,
Not go or add.
I would subtract. I would subtract cigarettes. I agree with you. Cigarettes don't do any good for anybody except
Cigarette
financially.
companies,
Yeah, financially.
So
Yeah.
what do you think? What do you think about? You applaud that CVS move?
Oh yeah, I wondered for a long, and I'm not just saying this. I wondered for a long time how a pharmacy still sold cigarettes like into the 2000s. Yeah, I mean it was big too. It was like a big. I wonder how much they lost. I thought it was billions, right?
Oh, I don't know.
Let me
But-
see.
CVS is losing billions.
Oh yeah.
We don't know that. That could be like Jenkum is feces. But let's get the real numbers. It could. I mean, billions in profits or billions in sales.
Probably sales. I would imagine.
Q. What if
see.
everybody just took a stand like CVS
Right.
and just stood up and said, "We're not
cigarettes?
going to sell it no more."
I think that would be great.
Right?
Yeah.
I see, yes.
2 billion in sales were lost.
To CVS?
CVS, yeah. So CVS will lose $2 billion in revenue over a year.
Whoa.
I wonder what the fuck did the shareholders?
Did their stock go down?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for now.
Might be time to buy CVS.
It says the company's profit rose last quarter 11% to 1.25, while total revenue rose 11. It seems fair to ask when its competitors might consider banning cigarette sales. So like places like
Walgreens.
Right.
like a Walgreens or Rite Aid. Yeah, do they still? Oh, Walmart, Walgreen. Oh, Walmart still sells them too.
But do how much do they gain in good PR though? And people being like, "Oh, I like that. I like that they did that. I'm going to go there and buy my stuff." there now."
Probably. I don't know about billions of dollars worth, but I think they'll definitely see a result like that.
I think you also see cigarette advocates be like, look, why are we like, because people who like cigarettes, I mean, you're free to smoke. You're not a bad person because you smoke.
Sure.
However, they are penalized more than, say, even people who like alcohol with the taxes and shit. The taxes on cigarettes are fucking crazy.
It's unbelievable.
Well, yeah. In New
It's
York,
so
like
expensive
a
to
pack's
smoke.
like $13. Right?
And every time,
No, $13.
I bet you in the city, they're
No, I think
probably,
they are.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah, hold on. Let me look that up. I
That's
think it's like-
ungodly. That's crazy. Who can afford to do that?
That's
What are you doing with your budget that you can? What are you cutting from your your budget at home to fit in cigarettes if you live in the city then.
Like even one pack a day is $100 a week, like over $5,000 a year just to smoke. That's
When
crazy.
I was walking around a Kohl's shopping plaza yesterday, and on a bench were these 3 girls. They had to have been, if they were 14,
they were a day.
They were at least 14, maybe 18 years old. I couldn't tell, but all 3 of them were smoking in a way that was like they had just started smoking or something. Like it was like so
Very unnatural.
It was very unnatural looking, and
Will you staring at Forrest?
I wanted to go up and be like, "You should stop this. You look ridiculous." But what would the reaction have been?
One, total shock. And that is predicated on either there's a stranger telling us to stop smoking.
But I wanted to be like, I could tell by the way you're holding that cigarette. You've just started.
Right.
No one is seeing you do this in anyone and thinks you look cool. You're hurting yourself. And I know you don't believe you're hurting yourself. You think you're invincible right now. You think that you could stop whenever you want. You think that you got to stop thinking like that.
Right.
You've got to just stop right now. Would they have listened? And I felt like guilty. I was like, I can't do it. They won't listen.
They won't listen.
And
You're
they'll think I'm
absolutely right.
crazy.
They'll go to Twitter. They'll be like, "Oh, guess what? Some fucking old dick. Like, there I am, 18.
They
like,
snap a photo of me.
yeah, they like put you on video as you fucking proselytize and sermonize and shit. You're right.
Just
though.
add like wacky sound effects.
I really felt like I should send them. I was like, I can't. But I want to be like, just stop.
It takes a village, Walt.
Stop.
Where the
stop
fuck are they
thinking-
getting them?
I don't know. They look so young, and it looks like I said. It was almost like they were smoking like they had just started, or like, and
Like
they wanted,
they
and they
didn't
wanted
have
everyone to notice. It looked
Like
like.
they didn't have opposable thumbs or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and has that ever happened? It's weird. Like when this shows our age, but when we were in high school, if you were 16 with a parent's note, you could smoke in school,
Yes,
not like in the classrooms, not in the classrooms, but during lunch break.
Write that note.
Lots.
Oh, they did.
Oh, they really did. In the early 80s, they
What
called
parent can say if they smoke that you can't? How do you?
Yeah, but it's
how
your
do you,
job
where do you fall like
to
that?
guide children.
If you're sitting there and smoking, I smoke. Well, Dad, but you smoke.
Yeah, it's not
How
good
do
for
I?
me.
And how do I?
Look
How do
how
I make
cool
an
I look,
argument?
though.
How do I hold my
Yeah, but
cigarette?
like do you have to? You don't have to justify yourself to your kids. You could just say you're not smoking.
But where do you come from? What point? What place of authority or what place of where they'll respect you for saying it though?
I don't.
Yeah, it's pretty hypocritical as you're
I'm
smoking.
not saying it's not hypocritical, but it's just like you can't let your kids smoke just to appear not hypocritical. Like
Right,
you have to be a
could say
hypocrite.
the company line. Oh, you're not going to smoke, but as soon as it's in your one, you're out the other.
That's out of my hands.
Because
but I'm
you're
not writing notes.
As I'm arguing it with my yellow fingernails and and the tar that's spitting all over their faces, I'm speaking. You can't do it. They're going, well, Dad, you do it.
Yeah.
Right.
Why? Okay, whatever.
Sign the note.
If you're not going to sign it, I'll just sign your name.
Right.
If
Yeah.
one of those things.
That's initiative.
So you've got to walk the talk and talk the talk.
I agree with you. I'm just saying, even if I was addicted to cigarettes, I would not want my kids on it.
No,
course
I
not.
understand that. I understand that a lot of parents who tell their kids that they can't smoke are smoking too, and I hope that they can get through to their kids. But I don't know how big of a problem it is. Maybe I bet you in Middle America it's even
Well,
more.
here we go. In Kentucky, the cigarette tax is 60 cents a pack. A pack of cigarettes costs $4.96.
Wow.
In New York City, they imposed. New York State has a tax of $4.35. The city has a tax of $1.60. A pack of cigarettes costs a little over $14 a pack. In New York City.
Shit.
Well, New York is definitely trying to make it tough
Holy
on smokers,
shit.
right? What is going on in Kentucky?
Well, that's probably where they grow it all, right? Like Kentucky, Virginia, like all those.
Carolinas.
Yeah.
Well, I think that New York, here's where fucking Maxwell goes off on me. But New York, I think New York City is very forward-thinking place, and they're like, we have to stay.
Oh, well, we're not.
It's weird. I had a conversation last night with a friend of mine who's Jewish.
Sunday, yeah.
No, a different friend that's Jewish.
You
And,
have more than one Jewish friend.
I know.
Nice.
Well, I live in New York, bro. Or should I say Jew York? But he's a good friend of mine, and he last night really disabused me of the notion, because I was like, anti-Semitism. Like, who the fuck is
Semitic anymore.
Thank you. Semitic anymore.
Wow, if I'm correcting him, even I just messed that up. If I'm connecting him, Maxwell's going.
Hey,
I can hear his knee slapping from here.
And he was just telling me horror stories of like just dealing with it like his entire life across the country.
That's so crazy. I have
Said he was at a
never.
bar once, and a woman looks at him and is like, "I smell what you are." and he was like,
I mean, the bar was in Berlin, to be fair.
and he was like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "I could smell that you're Jewish." And then he like got up to leave, and she started screaming. She's going, "Take off your mask!"
Oh my God.
Take off your mask! And, like, he had to leave the bar. Like, that's crazy.
That's beyond. That's insanity.
Yeah, and he's younger than me, so it's not like it was like.
I've only
boy.
seen it one time in my entire life. One time in my entire life have I ever seen or been in the presence of anti-Semitism.
Yeah.
I'm impressed on myself.
You're doing so well.
I'm spitting that word out properly 2 times in a row, Q. I was working at a pizza parlor.
I thought you were going to say you were putting a swastika on someone's lawn.
I was working in a pizza parlor in Highlands. I was delivering pizzas, and I didn't have the job very long. I wasn't good at it.
Can you imagine?
No, it wasn't. Can you imagine
Domino's.
falling short at bringing something from point A to point B? You're like, it's just not my thing.
I was terrible at it. I really was. Like, 'cause this is an era before GPS. Even in my own town, if I got a call up on the hill, I would be like,
You got to get a map out.
I had to get a map out. And the guy would be like, "How long you live in this town?" I'd be like, "Since 1979," and it's like 1980. No, it's 1990. It's the year Letterman took over.
Oh, I don't know.
The year Letterman left. I don't know what year that is. Early 90s.
went to
Yeah,
CBS.
I thought it was 92, yeah.
Yeah, so it's that. So, and he's like, "And how do you not know some of the streets in your own town?" And I'm like, "That's a long story." But anyway, so it's a Sunday night, and I made the comment to the guy working at the pizza parlor. I said, "Slow tonight, huh?" He goes, "Yeah, well, tomorrow's a holiday." He goes, "And you know what that means, right?" And I go, "No." He goes, "Well, nobody orders out." He goes, Jews control everything." He goes, and
I remember this now.
he goes. So, and he said that with it being a holiday, he goes, tomorrow, all the Jews don't work and all the Jews don't order out. So that just a trickle down effect that attracts the whole country. And I'm like, I couldn't hold it. I go, "So you think in Highlands that there's some sort of like that the people in Highlands
Conspiracy.
are not ordering pizza tonight?" And he looked at me. He goes, "You're so naive." He goes,
He was that positive.
"Yes." And I go, "Wow, okay." And I couldn't get over. I told you that, right?
Oh, yeah, I remember that story.
And I was blown away by that.
So weird.
That's the only time I've ever really been in the presence of it, though.
Yeah.
I don't understand how people can be that
I don't know.
hateful.
I think about this, Walt, because
Like, who gives a fuck?
Yes, who
That's the thing. Who
cares?
cares? It makes no sense. I don't get it. And it's like growing up on Staten Island, like every day you learned a new racist joke or like whatever. Like it's just the way Staten Island was built in the 80s. Like you just everything. Like
Trust me, the town we came from, same thing.
yeah, like Jew was an insult. Like growing up, it was just like
Well, Jew always meant cheap, or like
Right.
around us, because I don't think we had one Jewish person in our
But
school.
I was always one of those people that was just like when you hear somebody says, "Oh, like they knew somebody was." I'm like, "How do you know? Like, how do you know? Like, how do
Well, you
I
can
guess
smell
by
them,
name?
obviously.
do they have that mask on?
I guess people. I guess
Weird. What does he look like underneath this mask?
Pretty much the same.
Well, I'm with you.
It's
You just get
crazy,
to a certain
man.
age where you're just like, all right, these are just jokes. Like they're jokes.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're not like who believes this shit?
Right.
But there are people who, I mean, obviously,
God, who
that
live their
pizza guy,
lives around it.
they feel that somehow Jewish people are affecting their pizza business in a shithole town that we grew up in, where there were, like Brian says, there may have been only one guy, one family.
That's not.
That is the definition of insanity.
That's how fucking Nazi Germany got into power, right? They were just like all these financial woes are
They wanted to blame it on
we're
Jewish
blaming it on
people.
Jewish people.
Yeah, I have my aunt and uncle
Could you
and
imagine
cousins
being
are.
a German? I'm sorry. I'm just imagining being a German, like a German Jewish guy, like in 1934, and like owning a shop and being like, "Wait, what? Like, what do you mean?
Are they about to throw that through my window?
Like I'm German."
Yeah.
And they're like, "No, you're not. You're Jewish." And you're like, "Well, I'm 60. I've lived here my entire life, so I'm kind of."
You're Jewish.
All right, I guess I'm Jewish.
You say so.
Oh, sorry. What were you saying?
No, I was going to say I have my aunt, uncle, and cousins, all Jewish. Grew up with them, and they never, I never asked them. I never even thought to ask them, like, do people give you a hard time? Have you ever run into like anti-Semitism, anything like that? Because it was such a fucking non-factor in our school and growing up. And even getting out of school. And like I said, the one kid who was Jewish in our school, he was all right. And his sister was super hot. And so who would care?
About? I don't even know who it was.
Lance Chernow. Remember him? He hung out with Dowdsy?
Oh yeah. But I see. I wouldn't have even know. That's how
Some of his
I don't. You know how
mask
people
off
say,
ones.
I don't see the color of your skin.
Yeah,
That's me with like.
religion.
Yeah.
That's everybody with religion. Who the fuck would ever know? Unless you got one of the caps on or something, you know?
Do you not? You do so you don't subscribe to the like crazy Muslim thing?
That they hate Jewish people. The Jewish
No,
people?
that they're just crazy.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's the ones that want to, the ones over in the Middle East that
Right,
want to.
yeah.
They're just like, we got to wipe them off the face of the earth. We got to
Yeah.
wipe Israel off. Oh yeah,
That's what
it's true.
That's what happened.
Even though I don't subscribe to it.
Oh, I'm just asking.
I don't believe it's true that
Well, you
there's
just said you
people out
don't
there.
see religion, and I was
No,
like,
I
what
wouldn't
about-
see like I wouldn't. The first thing that comes to mind is like it seems like there are people out there who size someone up immediately as they meet them. Like, what are they?
Right.
So yeah, that's like I wouldn't even be on the top like 100 things that I would want to know about somebody or try to find out about somebody.
I'll tell you what, man, that's what happens when you get a 3-day work week and no booze.
That's right.
So my utopia and our utopias are doomed.
Yeah.
There has to be. There has to be something for people to numb themselves with. You're telling me.
Pretty much, I think. There's got to be.
Well, religion
Well,
is-
But why don't animals have to numb themselves?
Well, because they're not thinking on the same level as human beings. Like I
a few
don't think
years.
animals. They don't seem to get bored really.
They
You know?
don't have self-awareness, right? Like that's the thing.
Like, does a dog know it's a dog? Does it sit there being like, "I'm a fucking"?
Well, dogs
dog?
can get depressed.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think you're right about that.
Well, you're not saying like not all Muslims are
Wild
crazy.
animals.
We should clarify that.
No, you said you. I don't. I thought you meant. Do I subscribe? Like, are you saying that it's?
I think you're talking about
believe
radical.
That's a propaganda.
No, I was talking about all Muslims are nuts.
Oh no. Oh no. Obviously not.
No, like
wasn't
radical. Yeah,
Right.
the
Well,
radical
radical
types.
anybody.
So I believe radical Islam exists. Oh, without a doubt.
I think radical any religion is crazy. If I'm
True,
being honest with you,
but some radical religions are not as dangerous as others.
some radical religions are beheading people on TV.
Yeah,
Yes.
You don't really hear much about like radical, say, Methodists. You don't get a lot of ink.
No. Yeah. What are we gonna do, Q? What's this guy's a country? What are we gonna do to this new wave of
In a year and 4 months, I'm going to be 40. Like I don't care anymore.
big 4-0, huh?
I just don't care. Like I'm
You
almost
stopped
done.
caring a lot before the big.
Yeah, but
4-0,
it's
though.
just
Yeah,
like
it's like around the big 2-0.
But it's like, yeah, but then I just didn't care, almost like out of a willful, like I don't give a shit. But now I'm halfway to dead. Like
Why? You
I
don't get to
don't
live to
have any
80?
kids. No, I'd be
You'd be happy to get to 80.
I'd be happy to get to 80. Sure, 80's not a bad.
No.
The other day
I
on What
agree.
Say You, Sal said, let's say you grow to be 98, and it almost depressed Q right then and there. He goes, "Don't say I'm going to live another 60 years."
I don't want to hear it. Another 60 years. I don't want it. Like I don't even want
Take it away.
Yeah, just
But what?
give it to someone else.
Let's say
No, I'm kidding. I mean, I'm
Obama
still
called
kidding.
you.
Okay, Obama.
He's watching the show. He sees you on Practical Jokers, and he's like, I wanna meet
Shit,
that
boy,
guy.
you funny.
I want to meet that guy.
Right.
And he goes, he calls you in, and he's like,
Yeah.
I got this problem.
Okay.
Obviously, you've seen about it on the news. ISIS.
ISIS. Okay.
What should I do?
That's walk me through ISIS again. I know
They're the guys that are beheading everybody.
Right.
This is it. Are they?
Oh yeah.
I haven't been keeping up with the news.
Don't even look.
Oh,
well,
really?
if you remember,
Don't even get off that internet.
Do you have that
do you
page?
remember what I said to you, Walt, on like September 16th, 2001?
Yeah.
And I was like,
And we didn't do what you said.
no, I said we have to turn that entire region into glass.
I didn't realize you were going to say it on this.
Yeah, of course
on
not.
Tell Steve Dave that that was your
was.
foreign policy.
We need to listen.
As Obama's advisor.
Yo, here's what we got to do.
We got to turn them all to glass. No.
Glass.
Those fucking towels on their heads are gonna go up like, I don't know, like burned up turbans, I guess.
Like glass.
Yeah.
Well,
Turn it into glass. Look, what more do I gotta say?
glass, the whole thing. And you were. I mean, I was still. It was a very raw.
It was a raw wound.
Very raw wound at the time,
Which it should have been.
We were still finding out whether people we know were alive or not. And so, just turning the region into glass seemed like the right thing. Now you can't do that, huh? You just can't.
You can't say it.
If I felt it, I would say it, but I don't think you can't. There's so many.
Well, you read
Innocent.
so
Yes.
much. You read so much about the culture that exists that is like, hey, we're not
Yeah.
with these ISIS
Oh my
people
God.
or
Yeah.
whatever
Yeah,
the fuck.
you can't sacrifice a single good
Innocent
innocent
life.
person to do it. You just can't do it. So Obama. First of all, I'd be like, wait, I voted for you, and you're turning to me?
Well, yeah. He looked up your records.
Yeah.
Which you can do.
Sure. As the president. Yeah, and he should
saw
look
you
up my
voted
record
for him.
and see that I have no qualification to answer this question.
He just likes you. He just sees you on TV,
Okay.
and he's like, I like that guy. I want to see what he thinks.
I would think that here's what I'm going to say, Obama. I said, I honestly, I don't have the answer.
Are you a glass man, Obama?
What's your position on glass?
I say you either got to pull out completely, and abandon the whole thing, or you got to stop pussyfooting around and you've got to just get in there and just
But to get in there and do it the way where you're saying, where you're just making
just slaughter.
no. Well, if you're going, but you want to slaughter that, it gets only bad guys. You just can't be doing that from high above. So you've got to get in and send in ground troops and get really, really,
You got to
really
get your
messy.
hands bloody and get your hands dirty and just
And
do
I
it,
don't
and it
think
still won't work.
I don't think the country
Yeah.
can deal with that level of. Oh my God, it would be off the charts.
Like if Obama just came on and be like,
Fuck this shit.
yeah, like we're going over there. So much more educated than us. I'm like, you just snap him. Like,
That's why he's just around his homies and his friends from the Jokers and stuff.
I'm like, it's really making me uncomfortable that you're talking like this, Obama.
Like it's you and Obama, and what's like a very like refined drink? Like what are you guys drinking?
I like cognac.
Yeah, you're having cognac,
Right.
and that's how he's
Snifter.
talking. Yeah,
Right.
So you wouldn't say, you would be like, you've got, but you can't pull out either though. You've got to maintain a I mean,
What are you going to do?
there's just no easy answers, man.
I don't think there is an answer.
Yeah.
I don't think there is an
And
answer.
that's why you're there with him.
Yeah, but that's not
Because he
helpful.
probably knows that. I don't think there is an answer. I just think that it's try to maintain what a little order or a little
You know what we need to do?
no, don't even
I'm going to tell you what we need to do.
don't.
I'm going to tell you what we need to do. No, I know it.
No, you don't.
We need to get this country completely off of foreign oil, foreign aid, foreign anything.
yeah.
Get it off.
Yeah.
Get this country back to a self-sustaining, isolationist. Lock it down.
Well, we've been
Let the
talking
rest of the world go to hell. Except
been
for England. Except for England.
They've been talking about
Or
years
parts
and
of Spain.
decades of a car that runs on something other than gasoline.
It'll never happen. Yeah, they don't want it to happen.
Oh no!
So we need to do. We need to be able to look to ourselves and just be like, hey, peace, rest of the world.
But you can't though.
Well, because also
Because the rest of the
Nor
world
do I even
needs-
think that's the right
needs-
answer. I'm just trying to come up with what ideas.
Needs
here.
us.
the second you turn your attention to that region, then all of a sudden the Russians are like, hey, they're distracted. Like, now look what they're back up to. Like, is it just a plan amongst the world leaders to constantly keep everyone in fear?
Fire's burning everywhere.
Yes.
And like, let's just try to keep this fire under control, but never really solve it.
Like, can you remember a time in your life where there ever wasn't once a thought of
Fire somewhere in the world.
a fire somewhere? Yeah, like whether it was like from Vietnam all the way up to today.
We can go back even beyond that.
But I mean, during our lifetime.
Oh, okay, yes.
You know,
yes.
it started with Vietnam, and it's still going on with these ISIS clowns or whoever
I
the
think,
fuck Russians.
Again, this is where we always tread into areas that tell them, Steve, they should never tread into.
I agree. I
Too lofty.
Or let's change it up. Let's
way-
talk about feminism.
Way beyond our intelligence.
Yeah,
is
we are not the
speaking
guys.
on world matters.
we can't even agree on, Guardians of the Galaxy and whether the dancing at the end was bad or not. There's no way we're gonna come to.
No. A guy who works in a comic book store should never, ever offer his opinion on what should be done on any matter other than
Right,
what comes out on Wednesday.
That's left to
and that's important. I feel.
world matters are better left to old guys in coffee shops who've retired and know exactly how everything should be done. And
You're talking about somebody specific right now.
no, you said you were stopping at Panera Bread every day, right?
Yeah.
There was a stretch where I used to go there to work.
You gotta go.
I got to do this call. Yeah, we
All right,
just
let
got
me
to take
just pause it
a
real
10-minute
fast.
break. Yeah, sorry,
Okay.
guys.
CG, why are razors so darn expensive? Why do they cost so much money?
Cause
So what you're saying is because those billion-dollar shave companies overload the razors with tech you don't need. Do you really need a razor with a vibrating handle, back scratcher, and a laser pointer?
I think they're exaggerating
no,
for the sake of comedy.
no, not.
No, you're not. I know you're not. They are, though. But, CG, I was sick of paying out the nose for it. And that's why I made the switch to DollarShaveClub.com/TSD. They send out... All right, CG, let's say you're a 4-blade guy. With Dollar Shave, it's only $6 for a 4-pack. Seriously, only $6 for the best quality. Don't laugh, it's so serious. It's the most serious thing ever. There is nothing more serious you'll ever face in your life than the expense of razor blades. Ooh, I'll give you one right in the nose, girl. And since DollarShaveClub.com/TSD doesn't waste their money on ridiculous tech, they charge a fraction of what the big companies charge.
I didn't mind.
And I won't mind. Support this podcast, CG, and a great company by going to DollarShaveClub.com/TESD. Just go.
Go.
Just go. Oh, now you're a copycat?
Go.
Copy this. Dollar
Dollar
Shave
Shave
Club
Club.
dot
Get
com
come.
slash
Nice.
TESD.
T-E-S-D.
Ah, you just did my work for me. I tricked you. I tricked you, girl. Woohoo. CG, do you like snacks?
Donuts.
Which-
I do like.
You do like snacks, right?
I do like.
What's your favorite snack?
Okay, and I'm born to that.
It's too boring to tell me that? I think what you said earlier was it was a baked sweet potato fry. And is that what you love?
No. In the morning,
Do you like the dark cocoa almonds, the chocolate ones?
no.
You lie! How could you lie? You gotta tell the truth. And let me tell you something. I'm about to break it down. I'm about to break down the truth to you, girl. I'm gonna give you the chance to get free snacks. You know all the money we save? Every time we get coins, we put them in the jar?
Yeah, no.
We can save all of them. NatureBox gives you hundreds of snacks, delicious snacks, stuff that's good for you, no sugar, no gluten. So in the afternoon slump,
glue.
Seiji, when you get hungry and you're irritable, you just get your baked
like-
sweet potato fries.
I do like it.
I know you do. But if you want to get your free trial, and I mean free, listen to me for a second. Be very serious. Free snacks.
I'm hungry. free snacks.
Free snacks. And to get your free
I
trial,
have fun tonight.
to get your free 14's a little much, okay? Let's not go crazy. So, not 14, but 5. And you're going to get the chance to try it for free with a sampler box featuring 5 of their most popular snacks. You heard me, free snacks. To start your free trial, go to naturebox.com/TESD. Stay full and stay strong. And this is, CG, this is the most important thing ever. Are you mocking me? Are you mocking? That's how I beat people up who mock me. I will not be made the subject of fun. Never! Not by the likes of you. Good work, CG. Excellent work. Excellent work. We're all done. Now you can do what you want to do now that all your work is done.
Funny.
That was funny. You were a very, very big help. So what were we talking about before we took the break? We were talking about...
we shouldn't be talking about worldly events, so do you have something else to
Worldly events.
change the topic?
Well, is this Ray Rice thing? Well, is this this isn't puck nuts though. Like I don't know sports.
And
You don't really know
I mean,
sports.
you just what do you
it's
do?
pretty
You're
much
gonna condemn
like-
it, obviously. And, there's no joke to be made.
Yeah, I mean, it's anyone who is like, well, there could be a different side to the story.
Well, she did hit him first.
No, she didn't. Like when you look at it,
I was joking. Dude, it doesn't matter.
Okay. Oh my God, he was in the middle of a 5-year, $50 million contract.
Oh, good. Fuck him.
Now, what makes people? It's just people are people, regardless of how much money you're making. Because, like, it doesn't stop a guy from like he could, like we were just talking about, like he could have literally broken her neck. He's a huge fucking
my God,
guy.
a guy I went to high school with got into a fight with someone. One punch broke their neck and killed him, and it wasn't like a Hercules punch. He just hit someone the wrong way. You just pop it, and that's that. And this woman married him after this.
After this, yeah.
That to me is like
That poor woman. You know, like that's how she feels about herself.
Yeah, I know, but
well, he's gone.
That's
no
crazy.
more Ray Rice.
Do you think? Like, I would like to see what statement she makes about it.
Yeah.
Because, and look, I'm not blaming her, but it's just like, I gotta understand the mindset of a woman that gets punched like that and then proceeds to marry the guy. And now it's
either the lowest self-esteem of all time or cha-ching or a combination of both.
Sure. And to me, she's the only one really worth asking about because he's just a piece of shit. Right? Like he's just garbage. Like what is there to say about him? Like, holy fuck, why would you marry that person? I gotta know why she did it. Because she loves him?
Let's say he does it, right? And then he's like, I can't believe I did it. And he goes for the next until he goes to anger management classes. Right. He goes to see a shrink. Okay. He starts delving into his life to try to figure out like why exactly. Like I'm going to ask myself the same question: why would I do that in a moment of anger? Right. You could possibly forgive the guy if you're her. I mean, it's not up to us to forgive him. I don't think he gives a fuck if I forgive him.
If you're her,
yeah, he
never does it again.
Well, he doesn't do it within the next 6 months, I guess, because then this happened 6 months ago.
I don't know.
Yeah, so far so good for 6 months, I guess, or whatever. Yeah, I can't seem to find how long.
But they weren't married when that happened. 6 months later, they're married.
Yeah,
you can't make that a set. Let's say that you can turn that around and redeem yourself. I don't know. I got to think about that more before I weigh in on that one.
I don't know. I don't think you could be like you're part of a relationship, right? And girl or guy hits their partner. Right. I don't think you can say they're irredeemable. Like after that.
Yeah,
I've been attacked.
Sure, I've had girls like slap me and like girlfriends like get mad and throw shit.
Mm-hmm. Frying pan.
Frying pan, but
that is such a classic instrument to use.
It was a salsa
in a domestic assault.
Salsa. Salsa. A little hot-blooded
I got some salsa
Spanish gal you were dating once?
A little hot tamale.
My little hot tamale threw a full thing of like
Salsa at your face?
like Taco Bell, like what? I don't know who makes that. The El Paso, like a
okay.
whipped one, yeah,
In a jar or
in a jar.
Or in a packet. I was going to say, you pussy. If it was in a packet, I was like, shut the fuck up.
they were in the takeout line.
It was like, and then the ketchup was coming my way.
No,
and then I was out of there.
You left a ding on the wall.
Those corners are, aluminum foil.
My eyes here.
His face, that's how I make my money.
So that
Left a ding on the wall, huh?
left a ding in the wall. And think about it. If my story was one time I got into a fight with my girlfriend and threw an old El Paso at her, she ducked and it left a hole in the wall.
Nobody's laughing. You're the worst human being ever.
I lose my TV show. You know what I mean? Like it's
We can no
crazy.
longer be friends.
I wouldn't blame you.
I'd be your friend.
I know you would. Has to say that.
I was.
I don't want to. You know what, dude? I don't want to talk about these things because everybody's so sensitive, and I don't care. So it's like I'm talking about things I don't care about.
What do you care about, though? I don't know if there's much lately. Not much.
I've been trying to figure it out
passion.
myself these last few months.
Not much passion from Q, though, on any subject, though.
Oh.
Right? I would say, am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. It's like I got I have my own problems, and it's like I'm just sort of trying to fight with them right now. I can't really be worried about
You got to wrestle your own demons.
I got to wrestle my own demons.
True TV not pitching enough shit for him.
Oh, we can't leave that.
Meanwhile, some lady's unconscious.
That guy got
You want to check that
cut
out?
that out, Dak.
That bit before about me pitching more shows has got to get cut out.
Okay.
What's what would you give? But there's a lot of people out there in your position, Q, who are wrestling demons right now. What kind of words of advice can you give them?
Are you talking about TV stars?
No,
Or beloved?
no. I'm hoping that he still could connect on a level with the common man.
I don't think that I'm that beloved. Somebody, because
Go ahead.
RJ is doing a podcast here.
A lot of people are wrestling demons.
Yeah.
What do you give them? Again, try to relate on a more.
I think that you just have to. I think that you just gotta stick fucking through. I don't know, dude.
You weather the storm.
Do you attack it head on, or do you
Some things can't be attacked.
wait it out?
I mean, apparently my fucking philosophy is to wait it out. So someone's just go and wait it out.
You ride out the storm.
Just become inert.
Ride out the
Stone.
storm,
That's it.
right?
Just be a stone and let all the water wash over you. And
Well, I've seen this guy. Though.
Remember that old children's story, Sylvester and the Magic Pebble, where the jackass had a magic pebble and he turned himself into a rock.
No, what's the story?
Look up Sylvester and the Magic Pebble. I bet you there's a couple of listeners out there who know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. I think I'd love to see them Photoshop Q on Sylvester's face.
I'm sure Q would love it too.
I mean, I hope I'm getting it right.
You got it, Sylvester and the Magic Pebble.
What's the premise?
What's the gist here?
Okay, the gist of the story. Hold on a second. Let's see. It's a children's book. Blah 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 blah. It tells the tale of Sylvester, a donkey. There you go, Q. From the fictional community of Oatsdale, who collects pebbles of unusual shape and color. One day he happens to come across a pebble that grants wishes. Immediately afterwards, a lion scares Sylvester, and as a defense, he wishes himself into a rock. The only thing he could think of at the moment. Unfortunately, the magic pebble falls off the rock, and Sylvester is unable to revert to his donkey form.
Oh, shit.
As the pebble must be in contact with the wisher to work. The rest of the story deals with the resulting aftermath. Sylvester's personal attempt to change back to his true self, and his parents' search for their only son.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, Q.
And-
the rest of the world, your world,
Yeah.
around you, wishes you weren't a rock.
Wow, they want me.
They
back
want
to
you
a
back.
donkey.
They want,
They want their donkey back.
they want their donkey Q back.
Burrow. Pack animal.
It's coming. I think that next year is going to be a.
2015.
I think it's,
We gotta wait. We gotta wait
I
till
think next year's gonna be
2015.
my year. Yeah. I do.
Cute also told me 2007 would be my year. I'm still waiting.
Yeah, I think next year is going to be a good year.
Now, Walt, you're familiar with this story.
I remember it from as a child. Yes.
Okay, it was banned in part of the United States. Can
Why?
you imagine why?
No, I mean, if I had to guess, sorcery.
No sorcery. For its portrayal of the police as pigs. Although anthropomorphic pigs were also shown in other professions. Now we have a good friend who's a pig.
Yes, we do.
His name is Troy.
Does he like that when you refer to him?
When
as
I
a pig?
call him a pig, he loves it. He can't get enough of it.
Are you being sarcastic?
I'm being totally sarcastic. No, I wouldn't.
Does he get annoyed when cops are referred to as pigs?
He is like the most laid back dude. He's like, you know what? Like when you were talking about it earlier, like people that I care about that I wish didn't smoke when you were talking
he's a
about it.
smoker?
And Troy's one of them. Yeah. Like honestly, I know I'll hear this and I'll sound gay and shit for him, but,
Right.
but I like when
Well, all right, here you go.
Okay.
Troy is your 3 14-year-old girls that I walked past yesterday.
Okay.
Now you can talk to those 14-year-old girls and Troy. Right
So
now.
the four of them, because they're Tell 'em Steve Dave listeners.
Well, all the 14-year-old girls. I'm talking about all the smokers. They're metaphors.
Well, I go.
Speaking of metaphors here, man.
Yeah, okay. I'm a fucking donkey. What do you want from me? I'd be turned into a rock like that.
Since 2007, if not 1997.
Or 67. Yeah. Born a rock, die a rock.
Oh, cute. People
Hello.
take sneaking pics of you?
Are you a smoker? Do you smoke cigarettes? Yeah. How old are you?
Yeah, I'm 24.
24? How old? When did you start smoking?
19.
You were 19 when you started smoking. That is so beyond the average age, right?
What's going on?
To
Yeah,
start?
what's going on? Why are you smoking, honey?
Why are you smoking? What's going on? Everything okay at home?
No, I got into it because a guy I was dating smoked.
He smoked.
So he offered me one, and I didn't want to say no.
Where's that guy today?
Oh, I don't know.
Hmm.
The legacy remains.
Wow. So he got you hooked on cigarettes, and to this day. And how much does a pack of cigarettes cost where you live?
Where I live, it's like $5.
Where do you
$5?
Texas,
What part of Texas?
Houston.
All right.
They do love their throwbacks in Texas.
They hate us in Texas, though. They hate us in Houston, I mean.
We had problems.
Really?
Yeah.
We're like,
I'm like taking pictures of that.
sure.
Am I interrupting?
You like comic book man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And y'all are doing Tell 'em Steve Day right now.
Yeah.
All right.
So I guess they don't hate you in Texas.
No.
All right, well, now you can speak to her and Troy.
Okay.
What is your name?
Stevie.
Stevie?
Stevie.
Right?
How many packs a day?
Stevie Ray?
Stevie, come here. Stevie, get over here.
Wait, your name is Stevie Ray?
Yeah.
If you say your last name,
It's Paige.
it's not Vaughn. Okay.
All right, Stevie Ray. Sit down and share the mic.
Oh, God. No,
Okay.
I can't.
It's easy. All you do is talk like you normally would.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're talking about smoking here, and I have a dear friend who is a smoker. And when we were talking about like CVS, did you have CVS in Texas? They across the board they stopped selling cigarettes because it's a pharmacy. It doesn't make sense for a health place to sell cigarettes. And the other day, Walt was in a situation where there were 3 girls. They looked like they might be 14, 15 years old, and he was going to walk up to them and say, "Hey, you're going to regret this because they're smoking. They look like they don't even know what they're doing. They're holding it all wrong and everything." And he didn't because he thought that he would be chased away or disregarded, right?
Yeah, made fun of.
Yeah, teased, taunted. Yeah, like the hunchback. Chased away with pitchforks.
Climb up into my bell tower and just not be seen.
Where did this happen? At Kohl's?
It was
You
in
said
the Kohl's Plaza in Middletown.
Yeah, there's nothing. Do you remember that? Oh, God, it was fucking funny. This was a long time ago. It's when the store first opened, and I'm pretty sure it was you. We were sitting right by the counter, and there was a kid outside, and he looked like he was 12, and he was smoking, and the sight of it just started making me laugh. Remember how mad he got? He was
It looked like a 6-year-old was smoking.
He saw me laughing, and I couldn't stop laughing because it looked so silly. And you see him in the window going like, "What? What?" He was infuriated, but I couldn't stop laughing. He looked so ridiculous.
Come on now, speak from the heart.
Okay.
Bring it.
Talk to Stevie
You're
Ray.
talking to Stevie
Okay,
and
I'm talking to
Troy.
Stevie Ray, and
Are you prepared to
And
crush those?
does Maxwell smoke?
I
Or
mean,
Camel Crushes.
Does Gidim
either-
smoke?
Oh.
Like all our favorites, all the guys that are in the Tell 'em Steve Davis. Does
Troy's like, "I'm sorry, did you just put me in the same category as Get 'em as your favorites?"
what about Deck?
doesn't
Does
smoke,
Deck
does he?
smoke?
Who?
Declan? Who?
I think you said Dax. I was like, I think he might. Yeah, he does. Declan smokes.
Does he?
He took cigarettes breaks at the In-Betweeners premiere.
All right.
Wow.
All right. So now you're talking to all
these
the people you love.
that I love, including now Stevie Ray, a fan of Tell 'Em Steve Dave and Comic Book Man and Impractical Jokers. 24. And started when she was 19 because of a guy, because of some guy who was like, here, try this.
Well, it was after we had sex, so you have a cigarette.
Right.
Apparently that was a thing. And so I thought...
Now everybody knows.
19?
Yeah.
Wow. So I got some loose morals over there in Texas.
Is that that's not a myth?
I've never done that. I've never had sex and then smoked. Right, but
Huh? Yeah. Is that a myth or is that something that people do?
No, it's something people do.
Is it because you're out of breath and because you need the nicotine, the energy?
Could you imagine me smoking after?
The high of the nicotine with
the racing, and it feels better than not having the cigarette afterwards.
I wouldn't say better.
It's just like a thing to
Your
do.
mind is just conditioned to it now.
Yeah.
When was the last time?
Every time.
When was the last time you smoked?
Walking here.
When was the last time you had
Walking
sex?
here to the
When was
store.
the last time you had sex?
A month ago.
When was the last time you combined the two?
I don't remember.
Oh, all right.
The only reason
It's not a regular thing.
Okay. That's what I was getting at. All right.
The only reason that I ever smoke after sex is I hope that they'll forget that I owe them money. I would like to see how much do you smoke a day? How many cigarettes?
Nowadays, it's only when I drink. So if I'm drinking, I'll maybe smoke like half a pack.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God.
Otherwise, maybe like one cigarette a day.
That's not that much.
No, it used to be a lot worse.
But yeah, I would prefer people stop though. Like I remember,
that's just going to make Troy stop. Come on, I think you said you're going to think I'm a pussy.
I'm about to fucking say it if you give me a chance, dude.
Why's it taking so long to spit it out?
Because I'm trying to find out a little bit about Stevie Ray.
I really care more about Troy and Declan.
Okay,
sorry,
Stevie Ray.
Anything that makes me happy.
The worst experience of my life ever, bar none, was watching my grandmother die of cancer. It's lung cancer. She smoked like a fiend. And honestly, she's the only, I think I've said this before on the show. She's like literally the only person I ever felt like truly loved me as a kid, actually into adulthood as well. But so to have her taken away, like when I was 10 by such a horrifying, debilitating disease that you've seen cancer victims. It's no fun.
My grandmother died of
lung cancer, did she?
Yeah.
And did she go to chemo and all that?
Yeah.
Yeah, my grandmother went to chemo, and I remember seeing her the first time without a wig and being like, holy shit, it was scary. And then it's my next memory is her in a bed, with all the tubes and shit. And then she just died, and she was 58.
Oh my God.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she was young. So to know that Troy and Declan and now Stevie Ray are
and we'll just say get him
just
in case he does.
In case get him smokes. I mean, I'm not super concerned. Nothing against you.
Well, let's be to be fair. If I have to pick 2 out of 3 that are going to, if only 2 out of 3 are going to listen to us, I'm hoping Declan and Troy are the 2 that. Come on, man! That guy, he blew me off.
Read one fucking line.
He blew me off and wouldn't read that recording about the dream recordings. Remember?
Oh, that's right. Well, I don't think we should wish death on him because of that. But I will say this: I think that you don't have to worry about getting him at all because he is the human equivalent of a cockroach. You can't kill him. He's going to be around long after all of us are gone.
Right.
We will never be rid of him. And when I say we, I mean the human race. I feel you know how in The Shining, the caretaker was always there?
Right, Grady, yeah.
Yeah, I just feel like Giddim's always been here, and Giddim will always be here.
There'll be a picture in 1998 in the stash, and 2098 in the stash, and Giddim will be in the tux.
He's like that picture. Who's that? That vampire pictures of Nick Cage that are on the internet.
Oh, the fuck! Oh, the vampire. Or I was going to say the picture of Dorian Gray.
But let's say even one TSD, maybe not Declan or Troy may not hear your. I want to say impassioned because it wasn't. plea.
Well, I was interrupted every 3 seconds, called an asshole and a donkey.
Oh, there's more? You're going to speak to those two right now?
No, that's it. I mean, what more could I say? Well, I can't. These guys are adults, man.
Oh, I just came up with a great idea, Walt.
Yeah.
Are you ready for this? I think
Yeah.
this is actually really good.
Okay.
You know how the Ice Bucket Challenge was such a success?
Yes.
We start the Tell 'em Steve Dave Cigarette Challenge, where you crush cigarettes
On video.
and then you say, I'm done smoking, and I challenge, and then they challenge other smokers.
And then they have to donate money to the Cancer Society,
Well, it's more about stopping smoking, but we could do that.
right?
So we completely rip off a successful campaign.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Call it
why
our
not?
own.
Yeah, but we do it for like cigarettes, though.
All right.
It's totally new.
Let's see if we can
start
get a grassroots.
Can we
thing.
start right now with you?
We'll
Oh, here
have it-
we
got
go.
to videotape it, Q.
All right.
It's very. Well,
Let me videotape you and her doing it.
Okay. All right. Wait, do we have anybody we can nominate? Troy.
okay, yeah. It'll,
Brian, you get over there
Yeah,
too.
get over here too,
right.
buddy.
Like, how do I start it, Q?
Oh, here, sorry, buddy.
So glad these are so cheap back home.
No, this is serious.
No, that's it.
No, this is
You're
it. You're
What's
done.
there?
No, the
You're
whole
done
pack,
smoking.
You're done. You're done smoking.
Oh,
No, the whole
okay.
thing. You're done.
You're done.
It's over.
Okay.
That part of your life's through.
yeah, no, not after sex, not after drinking.
Nothing.
And then we're going to work on this drinking thing, too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, but drinking is so much fun.
Let's one thing at a time. All right. Okay.
Right, the whole pack, or do you want me
The
to
whole
take a
pack.
cigarette?
How do I start it, Q?
It's going.
Oh, it's going. All right, here we go.
Later. Okay.
So-
When it's all said and done, we'll work on the pills that I'm going to get you hooked on.
Okay. Hi, I'm Brian Quinn,
Brian Johnson.
Stevie Ray.
and this is the first ever official Tell 'em Steve Dave Crush It Cigarette Challenge. Would you like to go ahead?
Yeah.
Crush it like you mean it.
Yeah. Yes.
There you go. Like you're from Texas, girl.
Done
Yeah, look at her mashing them
smoking.
all up.
Done smoking, and now you got to pass it on to someone else. We're gonna do Troy and one of your friends.
Okay, I nominate Troy
Troy.
and my friend Sydney somewhere in here.
All right, Sydney, that's it.
Stop smoking and crush a pack
Sydney
of cigarettes.
doesn't look serious about the smoking challenge.
Well, that's a different video. So, all right, there we go. Pass it on and challenge people and get it going.
All right, so Troy, there you go.
There you go, Troy. All right. What do you think?
We'll see.
We'll see if it catches
I
up.
wasn't expecting when I came here at all.
Are you done smoking now?
She's definitely not.
She is on her way to the corner store right now to buy another.
She's like, Sydney, do you have a cigarette I could bomb?
Do you feel good about yourself? Do you feel like you've accomplished something?
Yeah, actually.
She's like, I just wasted $2.
I don't know who else could have talked me into doing that.
Q
So
can
it's
talk
a
you into
little
doing a
rough.
hell of a lot worse.
That's right.
Yeah.
Laura.
Right,
And maybe
Q?
you should save one of those cigarettes. All right, there we go.
Q's back.
There we go.
Donkey's back. Tell him, Steve Dave.
Don't send me to heaven. I wasn't meant to fly. I can't live on silver. All I can do is die. Yeah. right down into the sea. And I'm going up. You'll wanna be just like me. I'm going higher and higher up in a body bag for all to see. We all know I'm not coming back. We all know I'm not coming back. We all know I'm not coming back. But you'll watch for me, you'll see me again, but I'm not coming
This has been a production of Smodco Internet Radio. Sir, only at smodcast.com.